how are you doing today? So, today I wanted to talk to you about something really simple. About mentorship. And I wanted you to ask yourself one simple question. Who's your superhero? Who is the person that you most want to model yourself after? Who's the person that makes your day, that makes you want to be just the best version of yourself? Who is that person? Who's the most motivating person, most inspirational person in your life? Is it maybe your grandpa or your grandma? Or maybe it's a supervisor that you've worked for, or maybe it's a peer. It could be somebody that you work with, or it could be a subordinate. It could just be somebody that you see out there in your neighborhood, or just in society in general. Now, I'm going to share with you a very personal thing. I have three very inspirational people in my personal life and in my professional life that had mentored me or been inspirational to me. There are several. And throughout the course of my military career, my personal life, and so on, and sometimes that changes. It fluctuates, and these people might eventually be one person altogether that will be your mentor, your superhero, or they might help you form into being your own superhero, or maybe eventually they'll shift and adjust, and then your superhero changes. So think about it and just kind of figure out who your superhero is. Now, I'm not going to mention any specific names because I don't want to embarrass anybody, but other than my dad is truly my superhero. My dad and my mom, actually, because they were just go-getters, and they're very honest, and they raised me with morals and ethics and values that I have carried with me for my entire life. And in fact, when I joined the Army and they showed me the values called what now are known as the Army values in my life, actually I just now know there's a name for them that are values and attributes that I have that I still carry to this day. But they're the same values that I've always had. And not everybody shares the same values that I have. So my parents are truly my superheroes. My aunt is a superhero to me, and I love her dearly because of the things that she's accomplished in her lifetime, and her tenacity, and for everything that she has done throughout the many years that she's been on this planet. She's a few years older than my mother, and a year younger than my father, a year or two younger than my father. So she's like right there. She has seen a lot in her life, and she served in the military as well, back before there was integration of the genders in the military. So she has been through some things. As a military person, I have several mentors that have stood there beside me and helped me grow and learn. One was a peer who then stayed in when I decided that it wasn't the thing for me, and I got out, and then I got back in. So he outranked me when I started working for him. Love him to death. We shared a mentor, whom I'll just call Dad, and he knows who he is. To this day, I still admire him, and when I went airborne, I called him because he was airborne, and then got injured and could no longer be airborne, could no longer fall out of perfectly good airplanes, but he mentored me. He took me under his wing, and he took my friend under his wing, and in fact, I was the one nobody